Most guitarists know the famous pedal brands. Very few discover the independent builders creating genuinely inspiring sounds. So today we'll cover why professional musicians chose Fredric Effects. We'll explore some of the circuits behind the popular pedals and help you decide whether boutique pedals really can offer something different from the big names. Some of these pedals are probably much more famous than the company that built them. Tim of Fredric Effects has built pedals which have appeared on professional touring boards. If you enjoyed discovering small builders before everyone else does, and make sure you visit my channel, hit like, subscribe, because that's exactly what this channel is all about. These aren't just simple clones. These are pedals which have vintage inspiration, modern reliability, pedal-friendly layouts, top-mounted jacks and a compact footprint. Professional players don't care about the hype, they care about reliability. Let's take a look at Little Barrie's board.
You got next to it?
Next pedal is it's a clone of, it's actually got two versions of a similar circuit in it, but I'm just using it set on one. There's Little Barrie Barrie Cadogan with this pedal. It kind of goes. Trem.
You may be thinking Fredric Effects only make fuzz pedals, but they do however make overdrives, distortions, a tremolo and a compressor. Make sure you check out some of the pedals.
At the Brighton Guitar Show again, and I'm with Tim from Fredric Effects, who's one of my favourite pedal builders. Hello Tim, how are you doing?
Hi, hello.
Great, good to see you here. So how's the show been going for you today?
It's not bad, it's been a little quieter than usual, but yeah, pretty good. Had some good chats.
So, I think most people are familiar with your pedals now, but in case they're not, someone that's not into fuzzes, perhaps what fuzz should they buy?
I don't know. I always suggest like the most extreme sort of fuzz. So I go for like the Super Unpleasant Companion, which is the Shinai Super Fuzz and Companion Fuzz circuits.
And someone that we know plays one of those?
Yeah. Well, this larger version in particular, which is the same but in the old school enclosure. So these are used by Little Barrie and the Mars Volta and Echo and the Bunnyman and Richard Hawley, the famous users of that pedal. And I do the more pedalboard-friendly version, which has all the controls on the front.
So yeah, I use it on a slightly more
That
subtle
is so
set.
gnarly.
You can turn it all out and it'll be like, you know.
Which one seems to be the most popular?
The smaller one. The smaller one outsells the bigger one, even though it doesn't look as cool.
It doesn't look as cool, but it's a lot more practical.
Yeah, a lot more practical. I sell about 3 times as many of the small one as the larger one. Yeah, especially to shops like Flipside Music in Denver. They sell quite a few of those in America, and they always order about 4 times as many of the smaller ones as the larger pedal.
So you're selling quite a few in America then?
Yeah. Flipside Music are the main sort of American dealer I've got at the moment, and I got a couple of I can't even remember the other one. Anyway, Flipside's the main one.
Okay, Flipside. And other pedals we got here. One of my favourites is the Foxrite.
Yes, 2 versions of Foxrite, which is a really nice kind of 60s 2-transistor silicon fuzz. It's kind of in the it's kind of like a bit fuzz facey, but more full on, and it's almost in Ampeg scrambler kind of territory. So you've got that kind of splattery, heavily driven transistors, no clipping in it at all. So that sound is just transistors hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, I particularly like them running into a clean amp. I think that pedal really excels.
Yeah, into like Fenders and high watts and stuff like that. It works really well. Also, Univox did something similar, the square wave fuzz, which I really like as well. That's sort of like that, but with a bit more Velcro and a bit more grit in it.
Yeah, fantastic. Next to it,
the Accomplished Badger. Which is almost a recording desk style preamp. So you've got 2 gain stages, and you've got an output transformer. So it's a germanium gain, basically a flat boost, an all frequency boost into like an output transformer that you can kind of saturate. It's a nice kind of always on style preamp. And I also did the German preamp, which is quite popular as well.
Yeah.
With the
it's so popular, I've got one.
Brilliant. with a 2-band EQ. Those. I really like that circuit.
Yeah, I think that was the Regent. That was one of the first pedals I bought from you. That one and the utility percolator.
I'm supposed to be doing the bigger version of that as well, which is the circuit's finished, and that's going to be that's the Regent 300, and I may call that the East Germany tremolo because I got the tremolo circuit from that as well.
Okay.
But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. You know, as to whether that will be popular, I don't really know.
And also talking of tremolos, quick segue across.
Oh yeah, the West Germany tremolo, which has been really popular. Also more popular recently because of Little Barrie. And this is the newer version, so this is in the new box. It's got the rate switch there, which is now push button, which I prefer than a toggle. And it's in the new enclosure, so the jack's at the top edge, like that. It's just I didn't change the artwork at all. I just wanted a really classic sort of minimal design for that.
That's really good. Yeah, nice small form factor and all very pedalboard friendly.
They're all MXR size, so the footprint is like MXR, and they're just a little bit lower. And they will have all the new style pedals have the jacks at the top edge. For the majority of them, I've moved to the new style, except for just these 3 old ones.
So what was that pedal then?
Which one?
The one that we just picked up. This one.
Warp Sound. This is like a Coxwar filter with a distortion. So it's kind of like a wah you can sweep with the envelope filter, and then it's got a distortion circuit which kind of pushes that. I always find it's like a bit Sonic Youthy, a bit sort of a bit 90s. I don't know. That sort of resonance, the slightly dissonant resonance to it, which is nice. And My Bloody Valentine, he actually bought one of those off me. But Kevin Shields was like a famous user of the original pedal, which was made by I think Pearl, who do the drums. Pearl. And they have the original ones of those have the controls on the side in a rather weird way. But anyway, that's just that circuit, but slightly tweaked.
Another pedal of yours that I have is the Blue Monarch.
Yes.
That one I find really good, especially if people don't want a 6-year wait for Analog Man to build
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, the thing is, the King of Tone is it's kind of like there's really not much to it, and there's no mojo parts in a King of Tone, so it's just a nice sounding mid-gain overdrive. I always think it could do with a bit more gain, which is why this one has a tad more gain.
Yeah.
I think the next version of that will have like an extra kind of boost stage, just push it over the edge a bit.
And one of the issues with the King of Tone, of course, that people mention about is the lack of volume.
This has a
which isn't an issue with this pedal.
No, well, this now has. I ship these now with the boost stage turned on. Just because when people were trying it at guitar shows and things, it was just like it's just too quiet in standard mode. You just have to push it a little bit further.
So if you want it in standard mode, that option is available, or if you want to be able to use it, that option is also available.
Yeah, definitely.
One that I think you probably sell quite a few of is the Demon Fuzz.
Yeah, I do, but. It's because I was doing a deal at them for guitar shows.
We even have the T-shirt.
I was doing quite a favourable deal at guitar shows for the Demon Fuzz with a T-shirt.
The Demon Fuzz. This is option 2.
And now I've almost sold out of Demon Fuzzes. They're back up at full price. So.
And you've still got lots of T-shirts left.
Well, not many actually.
Not many. That's good.
I've almost sold out of the orange ones, and
Fantastic. Right, so some of the other pedals that I'm not particularly familiar with. I take it that's
just a straight part for part clone.
Yeah.
What I'd bring your attention to is this SD card, because every time I test them, I'm amazed by how good they sound. It's just it's an improved Dan Armstrong style orange squeezer compressor, except it's got an extra gain stage before the compressor, so you can really saturate it and kind of just like make it extra squishy, because the harder the signal you put in, the more the more you boost the signal going into it, the more it will compress it more, so you can get really squishy kind of like 80s new wavy XTC, Blondie, I think some bands, even like Mission of Burma or Television or something like that, just like slightly spikier compression.
Nice.
That makes sense.
And you've got a Super Fuzz next.
Yes, all that is the FY6 Super Fuzz stage from the Super Companion. So it uses the same transistors as that, which are pretty close to the original Super Fuzz ones, and and it lacks some of the tweakabilities. So you just have the tone button rather than like the octave. You have to leave the octave in unless you want to start fiddling with the circuit board. But I mean, these aren't even on the website. They're just sort of. I just do them every so often because people ask about those.
So it's not a new pedal, it's just one that comes out every now and again?
Yeah. No, well, I'm trying to do like one batch of those a month, just so if people want them, they can have them.
Okay. And this one, I believe, is bass friendly.
Yeah, that is the bass version. Oh, do you know what I haven't? I just realised I hadn't put a Bug Crusher out, but that's also bass friendly. Anyway, so anything with a clean blend, bassists tend to like. So this is the Shinai FY2, but much tweaked. So it's got a clean blend, it's got a tone circuit that you can bypass, and it's got a scoop circuit. So just everything that a bassist would really want. circuit is available on that pedal. And I think it was Radiohead that sort of popularised the FY2 circuit.
Okay.
Their bassist used it on a couple of famous songs, and so a lot of places like that waspy sort of fuzz.
Fantastic. I suppose we should cover. There's one left.
Harmonic percolators. So these two versions of harmonic percolator. This is the new version of the standard spec. This is the 70s spec, which is USA transistors, popularised by Steve Albini out of Shellac and the production that he did. And this is the silicon version of that pedal, which is just slightly more crunchy and a bit more into sort of Rat or MXR distortion plus sort of territory. Just a bit more crunch and a bit more gain.
These sound very good. And I think probably last but not least, we've got the Dresden.
Oh yeah, that runs an upper and a lower octave fuzz in parallel, and it has a clean blend, and it's quite a cool effect. It's quite a cool effect, a kind of glitchy, lo-fi, a bit like a MXR Blue Box, but with an octave above as well. Hopefully I'm going to start doing those in a smaller box soon as well, once these ones are out of stock. But,
And we've got a fuzz face.
Yeah,
The duo face.
Yeah, the duo face is two fuzz faces run in parallel. So you've got a silicon fuzz face with independent bias, and you've got a germanium fuzz face. So you can kind of have one set smooth and another sort of crunchy or slightly misbiased, and then you can switch between them. And it also, because the silicon isn't susceptible to like temperature changes, it just helps. And there's a new version of that coming that's going to have like an input transformer and what was the other thing it's going to have? Oh yeah, it's going to have the gain stage is going to be fixed, so you can actually use it at different gain levels, which is with fuzz faces you tend to just leave them completely dimed all the time and then dial it back on your guitar volume, and that's how they sound best. And the new version of this, you won't need to do that.
Brilliant. And the input transformer, the purpose of that?
So it's a pickup simulator, so you can have it anywhere in your pedal chain. So you don't have to have it first in your chain. Yeah. You can have it after a while. You can have it, wherever really.
Yeah, it's one of the issues, isn't it, with the fuzz face circuit? It doesn't play well with a buffer in front of it. So yeah. So I think that's a really good move.
One way of doing that is to put a buffer and then a slight attenuator after the buffer, so it sort of gets guitar pickup signal levels. I think Magnetic Effects did that with one of theirs, which is really cool. But the better way of doing it is with the more common way of doing it is with a transformer. So that's what I'm doing.
Right, so if people want to get one of your pedals, where do they find them?
Fredric.co.uk, or visit a shop that sells my stuff,
And social media, where do they find you?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook.
Right, so if you want one of Tim's pedals, you know where to go. Thanks very much, Tim, that's been really great.
Thank you, cheers.
The next legendary pedal company probably isn't famous yet, so let's support some of these smaller independent builders with their innovations and craftsmanship. Let me know what your favourite pedal was from today. Do you have any of the Fredric Effects pedals already? Have you played any? Have you met Tim? Let me know all this down in the comments. Please also like and subscribe, it really does help the channel. This channel is all about supporting some of the smaller builders, so let's give them the support they deserve. and I hope to see you on the next one. Carry on supporting some of these smaller independent builders with their innovation, craftsmanship and just their extra attention to detail. Oh!